Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a you versus them love reading for Libra. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the dynamic between you. Not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, so clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. All right, so your person, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, someone here worried that they've missed an opportunity. Your energy, we see the World in reverse. Well, you feel like there's still unfinished business here. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy. And we see the Four of Wands in reverse. So I do feel like there's distance between the two of you, whether that's physical distance, emotional distance. There's definitely instability here. And your person, the Ten of Wands, they're feeling like things are really heavy. I feel like this person is feeling sad, feeling depressed, feeling like they've really missed an opportunity here because of whatever's going on between the two of you. There could be some sort of third-party interference here. This could be somebody you're in separation from, or it could be a relationship that just really hasn't found its form yet. But they do think they've fumbled you. They do feel like they've missed an opportunity here. And we see Temperance energy. They could be a Sagittarius or have Sagittarius placements. This is somebody here who's currently holding back. You might kind of feel like they're giving you the cold shoulder, but I just think that they feel like it's really heavy, or they feel like they're really messed up here. They may be trying to heal, but I also feel like they want to heal this connection. They're viewing you as the Six of Swords in reverse. All right, Libra. So they see you as detached. They feel like you're not coming towards them. They feel like you don't want to move towards them. All right, you're showing up as the World in reverse. So again, you could be at a distance from this person. You might feel like you and this person are very different from each other, whether that's background or cultural differences, or you show up in the relationship differently. But most of all, I feel like you're seeing that there's unfinished business here, and they're feeling like it's over, or they messed up. And we see the Strength card in reverse, Leo energy. So you're not super confident about this connection right now. Some of my Libras here, you might be in this energy of like fake it till you make it. With the Strength card, it can be like false confidence. And again, I'm not saying that you're like falsely confident, but what I'm seeing is that like you might be like acting like everything's fine, but deep down you're a little bit hesitant, or you're a little bit unsure. And because you're acting like everything's cool, like you're unaffected, this person is just assuming like you're over it or you're done, is kind of what I'm getting. And you're viewing them as the Seven of Cups. So you might be feeling like this person is exploring other options. You might also feel like you and this person are currently looking in different directions. You're not quite on the same page. And with the Seven of Cups here, I also feel like, you're a little bit confused by this person. And so there's distance, there's instability here happening between the two of you. They're viewing the relationship as the Empress energy. Wow, Libran and Taurus energy. They really wanted this. Okay, I'm not saying they still don't, but like they really thought this was it. Life partner energy. This is divine counterparts. This is what's in alignment. I'm just seeing they see you as the best of the best. You're their person. Like this person fell hard for you, Libra, is what I'm getting. And you're viewing the relationship as the Two of Swords. So maybe it's on pause. That you two are mirroring each other. There's a little bit of tension. There's a decision to make here. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, I see that you don't want conflict. You want to heal things. You want stability and you want security. All right. So let's see what else we need to know about this person. This person already fell for you, Libra, or they fell for you hard. And so I feel like whatever's happening here, if it's a misunderstanding, or you just haven't talked in a while, or there's distance, like they're just going to worst case scenario. All right. So we see yin yang energy. Yep. They feel like this person's definitely a little bit more off balance than you might realize. I think things are heavier for them than you realize. And again, not because you're not intuitive or emotionally intelligent. Most likely they're not showing it, right? They're holding back. They feel like you two are soulmates in separation. I feel they're really missing you. All right, broken heart. They really do want to heal things. And Magician in the mirror. But they're a little bit worried that they don't have what it takes to make you happy, or they're not good enough. They're not ready to take action or communicate. They're going through a tower moment. Storm warning. They are going through a total tower moment here, Libra. All right. So, but I mean, you want to heal things with this person, or you want to get on the same page, or you want to up level this connection. And it's like they don't know that, or they don't feel that. Let's see. And that's no fault of your own, right? It doesn't have to be. Some of you, maybe you do need to make it clear how you feel, but let's see. I just feel this person like feels so deeply for you. We see girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. Okay, I don't think that they feel this is an empath and narcissist paradigm. I don't feel like this person is a narcissist either. I think your person may be reacting to that pattern. Okay, that's why whatever's happened here, I don't know if it was a fight or an argument. They might be the type of person that feels like we had a fight, it's over. You know, Libra doesn't want anything else to do with me. And where you're feeling like, okay, maybe something happened here, but it doesn't mean it's over. It's just like a pause, or we're just regrouping, or, you know, like we have unfinished business here. Okay, so I do think your person is reacting to those old paradigms. And we see photograph, but they miss you like crazy. They're looking at your photos. They want to make new memories. They don't want this to be over. We see palm tree. So Libra, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. I think a lot of my Libras here, you see this connection being stable. You want stability and security here with this person. All right. And we see ascending. Yeah, because this is your energy. You feel like you can get over this. I mean, this person wants to get over this, whatever's happened here. But like they're trauma informed is what I'm getting when it comes to relationships. So it's like, I don't know if they're super conflict avoidant, or they're super sensitive to conflict, or they're just super emotional. And so whatever has happened, whether it was a pause, a fight, an argument, a misunderstanding, they're just assuming the worst. And you're like, no, this can go the distance. We can get over this. There's passion. There's insane chemistry. You like each other equally. It's a really fun connection, or it can be a really fun connection. But this person has some insecurities. And it could be, too, that you two are just getting to know each other. Now, others of you, maybe you're in separation. You know this person really well. But I'm getting that more so it's like more you're getting to know each other. It might be like your first fight, or your first misunderstanding or something like that. But they're reacting to their past. They're reacting to how people have treated them in the past, the patterns that they're used to. They're not really reacting, I think, to your energy, or you know, what you said, what you've done, how you've acted. All right, let's see what they want to say to you. What does this person want to say to my Libras? All right, we see disagreements. I wish you understood how I feel. So it does look like there's a disagreement. I think this person wants to tell you how they're really feeling, how affected they are. And I see your side of the story. So they're definitely somebody who's capable of putting themselves in someone else's shoes. But we do see there's detachment here. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. So it does look like there's been a little bit of a pause, or they know they have these like really heavy feelings. So they're kind of holding back a little bit, trying to work through that on their own. Okay. I see potential for reconciliation. I mean, obviously it depends on what's happened between the two of you, but it's like you see a pause, they see an ending. They don't want the ending, you don't want the ending, is what I'm getting. I just think this person's very deeply emotional, sensitive, and deeply in love with you, Libra. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Their next actions towards you, the Seven of Coins, patient, planning, waiting. Death card, they haven't let this go. They're not ready to fully let this go. And we see the Queen of Wands, but they are lacking confidence. And the High Priestess, they're going to be a little bit secretive, a little bit like reserved, holding back a little bit. The Queen of Wands could be that they're going to give you small signals here that they're interested, that they want to talk. Things like liking your stories, things like that, watching your social media, maybe little messages here and there. But it's because they're lacking confidence. So if you do want this, Libra, I feel like it's important to let them know that you do feel like, hey, there's more to this. It's not over. And some of you might be like, what are you talking about? It was just like a disagreement that we had. But like I said, this person goes to worst case scenario, like immediately. And then, of course, you have to see if that works for you, or is it just a misunderstanding? All right. Because I do think that you show up in relationships emotionally a little bit differently from one another. But I mean, that can be okay. But if it's exhausting or you end up feeling like you have to walk on eggshells, that's a different story. All right, let's see. Any advice and guidance here? Someone is secretly yearning for you. Yeah, and their feelings, they do keep their feelings quite secret. This rejection is actually divine protection. So whatever's going on for you, it's for the greatest good. Again, it might just be giving you a better understanding of whom you're dealing with, how they deal with conflict. Okay, for others of you, I mean, it's going to show you the way. It's going to show you whether or not you want to keep dealing with them. It's safe to trust in this situation, but I do think you can trust this person. I'm not getting that they're like a player or anything like that. I don't think they're doing anything like manipulative on purpose. But Spirit's saying detach with love to clearly see the truth. This person loves you, they adore you. But I also think you have to detach and clearly see the truth about whether or not this is the right connection for you. You know, this can be emotionally exhausting for two people that show up differently in the relationship or deal with conflict and or repair differently. So it is something to take a look at. But I see you wanting to heal things. I see you wanting a relationship here. So I feel like it is something a lot of you can and will be able to compromise or get over or move past with this person. All right, advice and guidance for my Libras, please. We see waiting is no longer neutral. Silence has become a choice. Ask whether it's serving truth or protecting fear. Okay, so if you've been waiting, if you've been holding back, if you two have been mirroring each other, is it serving a purpose anymore? Right? Or is it just sort of making things more confusing, ambiguous? You know, a lot of times it's like, let's, as adults, let's talk about this. Let's see let's take the temperature of the relationship. Where are we? How do you feel? What do you want? That type of energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we see this is not yours to manage or repair either. I mean, to a degree, Libra, I think you don't need to fix this, right? Release the need to fix this. This is not yours to manage or repair. But to some degree, I feel like there is a need for repair, and there is a need to let this person know like how you're feeling. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be the one that does all the emotional labor and you're always the one that comes in to repair the situation. That's different. But to me, it feels like this is like the first argument or first misunderstanding, excuse me. You know what I mean? So, sorry, excuse me, because that was not part of the message. But like also remember, like you don't have to do all the emotional labor here. They do have to come and meet you. But I do think you open the door and they will meet you. That's the energy I'm getting. All right, Libras, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you love and light. Take care.